Oh, hi there. Cello. Hey now. Hola. And ba weep grana weep ninny bong. However you want to say it. Welcome to that Kev1 show. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. And whatever you celebrate. Heck, if you're saying Merry Kevmas, I ain't hating it. And while the rest of the world may be giving reruns and taking a week off, the Watt just don't stop here. And so, we dig into the old Patreon mailbag. And by you, true fans, vote. Your votes have poured in. And so, we're going to give the top 10 films and shows you should have seen in 2025. Most are, big hits, but 25% I've looked at it. And about 25% are, kind of niche fare, I'd say, that you folks probably never heard of. But each one on the list has gotten multiple votes by you. And the top ones, well, the cup runneth over with popularity. So, as a public service to keep you hip, here's a spoiler-free rundown of what you should have viewed and should view. Get that in your gray matter before 2026 arrives with a bang! We might add different music there, but yeah. Alright, let's see. This is one, I haven't seen all of it, so definitely no spoilers. But I've seen most of the series so far, and it's great. At number 10, voted by you, true Patreon fans of that Kev1 show, the HBO original series I Love L.A., starring and created by Rachel Sennett. Oh, it's great. And you know and love her. She's been in so many things, including Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. She's her own person, but she's kind of reminiscent of Brittany Murphy. If you've seen it. I Love L.A. follows, how do I describe it? A tight-knit group of friends that they're tragically hip. They're codependent. They're hilarious. And while you don't have to, know, Skibbity Toilet or 6'7" to enjoy it, you'll definitely be swimming in, a sea of, social media jargon. As well as some of the it's very adult, very HBO. It's sexy, it's alluring. But yeah, hilarity ensues. Rachel Sennett's character is a bird, trying to become a media mogul. She has a model friend that is very combative with the world and the way that she lives. It's definitely reminiscent of shows like Girls from HBO previously, or if you're missing Broad City or Search Party, this will definitely scratch that itch. And I recommend it. It's amazing. Look out for guest stars for Elijah Wood and the jumping in. So it even has the kind of that Curb Your Enthusiasm vibe, if you will. And coming at number 9, The Phoenician Scheme. Wes Anderson's newest flick needs no introduction to fans of his, and hits all those, the notes that he has in, well, all of them. Very Portland-esque, and coming from a Portlander himself, it's really cool. It's star-studded, of course, as it always is. I saw this a while ago because that came kind of toward the beginning of 2025. But Benicio del Toro, I hope I remember the name right of the character. He stars as Zsa Zsa Corda, Zsa Zsa something, but he's a very controversial businessman, kind of like a next-level Tony Stark, if you will, in the lens of Wes Anderson. But he's constantly under attack with threats from terrorists and rival businessmen and stuff. Oh, it's yeah. So he, with all this, he goes as far as finding his only daughter as a strange daughter that he barely knows, who's a nun, by the way, and makes her his sole heir to kind of protect the empire and all his plans he has going on, including handing out grenades as gifts to people. Again, it's a star-studded cast with Bryan Cranston, Tom Hanks, just so many people popping up. All the usual suspects as well. Michael Cera, among many others, steals so many scenes at every turn. I probably don't need to tell you to see it already, but The Phoenician Scheme, it's definitely a winner. At number 8, I saw this one as well. I'm kind of surprised I got so many votes because I didn't know it did that well in the box office. When I saw it in theaters on a date, there was the two of us opening weekend in the theater. Maybe it was just a theater wet, who knows, but number 8 is Begonia. Director Yorgos Lanthimos reunites with Emma Stone in a quick indie tale about two men who target a CEO played by Stone. They believe her to be an alien. Are they conspiracy nuts, or are they onto something? Jesse Plemons is an intense persona in this. I mean, as per most of his roles, but kind of next level on this. He's probably going to get nominated for it, I bet. But he's intense in it once more. You want to root for him, in a bit, even though he's kidnapped as CEO. But you want to root for him due to like the tragedy of his backstory that's befallen his character, and because he goes through so much tedious planning, and he believes he's right. And he even goes so far as to shave Emma Stone's CEO character's head. I mean, so is it leading to a payoff? Or is he coming in for a rude reckoning? Emma Stone is sure to get nominated again for an Oscar. So yeah. No spoilers, but it is a wild ride, and I don't want to say too much more. Because, yeah, is she an alien? Is she not? Go see it. Yeah, jump in. You'll like it. You'll dig it. And a lot of you did too. You hit me up with it. Oh, man. What's this? Oh, ooh. I got a new sponsor right here for the industry. Anyway. Number 7, though. You want to talk niche? Well, many of you probably have not heard of this, unless you're a huge Tim Robinson fan, which then you are obsessed with. You probably quote this ad nauseum in a good way. I dug it, though. The Chair Company from HBO again. This is a fun, unique, and it's nigh A24 level artsy. It's a little different from it's very Tim Robinson-y, but it's kind of different in the way that I'd say it's a show that could literally easily be on at 2 a.m. on Adult Swim or 9 p.m. on NBC. It's kooky, it's funny, but it's got a real mystery thread going throughout it. Tim Robinson, a comedian legend, comedy legend now, thanks to his show I Think You Should Leave on Netflix and the following memes, plays Will Trosper, a family man who, during a big presentation at work, is embarrassed by his chair breaking in front of his CEO, Lou Diamond Phillips. Upon him researching the seemingly shoddy-made chair, he falls down a rabbit hole of conspiracy with a plethora of odd characters played by people you won't forget. Very Adult Swim characters. Great performances, very unique lens it plays through. You won't forget it. You're going to want to watch it. Now, into something you've definitely seen, probably. You definitely heard of and had a little packaging with like this character on it for sure, celebrating this film. Number 6, Superman. James Gunn's Superman, to be precise. It's a new era for DC again. And Superman is a jumping point. And what a wild ride it is. It's definitely one of the most comic book films I've ever seen. I mean, panel for panel from a comic, it could be, literally the whole thing. Storyboards could be panels for a comic. Legit. I mean, you got giant kaijus being held up by Superman. Superpowers on full display. Nothing kooky or corny. No wires. Look, Ma, no wires, right? Remember that? Comic-worthy costumes that could be, again, sprung from the page. Gone apparently are the times where colorful heroes from the pages had to be in black leather, as a prerequisite to be on film. No spoilers, but the first superhero of comics, Superman, flies around and defends famed Metropolis and gets in political hot water for defending other countries and has to defend his name against brilliant businessman Lex Luthor. Yeah, as well as balance a love life with Lois Lane, his coworker at the Daily Planet we've all heard of. And for the first time in live action, his pet Crypto. And a gang of heroes, perhaps one day being worthy of becoming a league. Has the Man of Steel met his match? Well, before you watch Supergirl coming soon, the trailer just dropped, you're going to want to watch Superman first. And at number 5. This one, when it came in the votes, I was like, well, wasn't this 2024? Because I thought it must have been very early 2025, but a lot of you guys voted for it. I'll mention it here for sure. Michael B. Jordan's Sinners. I don't think Michael B. Jordan can make a bad movie now. He definitely hasn't with Sinners. Along Haley Steinfeld, who shines in maybe her best role to date. Definitely intense, hardcore. I mean, she's always good, but she's often like kind of lovable, and this is definitely a more adult role for her. Oh, man. And Jordan himself does double duty as twins. Twin brothers building an empire amongst racism in Mississippi. And with even a strong core and community on their side, supernatural forces are circling against them in the night. I don't want to spoil it at all. And the trailer's really good about not spoiling it. They're showing a lot of intense action, hinting at what the movie was truly about at its core. But you're going to love it. From the clothing, the set designs. I know they went through a lot to make it. People on my show talked about it. One of the costumers. Yeah, it's phenomenal. The performances. It's perfect for Halloween or anytime. And definitely, not a spoiler, but definitely stay through the credits. And at number 4, more comic fare. If you've seen the Comic to Prime series The Boys, you know of this entry, Gen V. The series follows potential superheroes studying at Godolphin University, also known as God U. Spoiler. No spoilers. They pushes the borders of their powers and their morals. It's flashy, very adult, as you know, college can be. And imagine if you have superpowers in college. I mean, it definitely takes beer pong to the next level. It's a blast at times. It's very bleak at times as well, with a stellar cast. Many of this cast have been interviewed on this very show. So a lot of you listeners know a lot about Gen V. And again, no spoilers. Jump in, dive in. It's huge. It's kind of like, it's its own thing, but it's kind of like X-Men, but in a series. But you'll definitely want to jump in, catch up before the final season of The Boys coming soon. Tune in to Gen V on Amazon Prime now. And coming in at number 3, the latest film from Paul Thomas Anderson. I saw this recently. It is a blast. It is huge. It's immense. One battle after another. It's hardcore. It's thrilling. It's a must-see. You probably already have seen it. You know what I mean? But it's just, it's immense. It's a lot as well. Might not want to watch some scenes with your parents, or as adult as it gets, but yeah. A revolutionary couple gets tangled up with an overzealous colonel and have to split and go separate ways, or be arrested for life, and they do this after having a newborn, living off the grid. But as the past comes back to haunt them, the teenage daughter at this point gets drawn into the action-packed paranoia, full of dark comedy, intense chases, engrossing cinematography. Some of the best I've ever seen, and literally one of the greatest highway chase scenes in film history, if not the best to date, for sure. And too many grand performances to count, from Leo DiCaprio, Tiana Taylor, Sean Penn, Chase Infinity, Benicio del Toro, and the whole lot. I mean, yeah. It's a must-see, and look for it at the Oscars. Number 2. Ooh, guys. A film that many of us crowed about. I did. I sure got paid for it when I was telling people about it. And it's hard not to spoil. This is a fun one. I say just go see it right meow. Right meow. If you haven't, don't review it. If you haven't seen it, don't review it. Don't spoil yourself. Just watch Weapons. Weapons is, it's great. I don't want to oversell it. Avoid spoilers. Go see Weapons. Julie Gardner plays a teacher in it she has a lot of issues. But she comes to work one day and discovers her classroom is the only one with all the students not in attendance, except one. More bizarre? All those kids left in the middle of the night before, at the exact same minute. I don't recall what it was in the trailers. The minute, I might have been 2:17 a.m. Anyway, middle of the night. They know this because, the little ring cams a lot of people have on their doors. Many family members are enraged and demand answers, including Father Josh Brolin. The mystery is gritty and it unfolds in a shocking manner. And, yeah, you won't see it coming. It's a fun ride as well. It's dark. It's expertly shot. It's phenomenal. It's a pretty unique film. The number 1 film of the year is K-pop Demon Hunters. I remember when this dropped on Netflix, I was like, oh, that looks interesting. Was busy that animated film's still number 1. Still. For like a month, or more. To it staying in the top 10, for I researched right before this airing, this filming of this episode, it stayed in the top 10 for more than 90 days. It was in the top 10. Back and forth. Say Monday Night Raw was number 1, Tuesday morning. K-pop Demon Hunters was number 1 2-3 days later, maybe almost to the number 9 or 10. Back to number 1. All the way to number 1 many times. I mean, getting parody on Saturday Night Live, brand deals, the most popular Halloween costume of the year. The exhilarating film follows K-pop superstars. I hope I remember their names right. Rumi, Mira, and Zoe. Selling out stadiums to hordes of fans to moonlighting as demon hunters, battling back hordes of demons, so they don't overtake our world. But when one of the three has a secret that I won't spoil, that the rest of the group was not told about for like most of their lives, that threatens to dissolve the trio at a time they can't afford to give up the fight. The film boasts amazing, dazzling visuals, great fight choreography. It's incredible. And songs that will stay with you. I mean, they even show up the billboards. I remember hearing it before I finished watching. I watched it in like a couple parts, just due to scheduling. And I remember hearing I was at the gym, like, what is this song? It's like catchy. I know. Like, oh, this is from the K-pop Demon. And it was playing at the gym. And then I realized it was like flying off the billboards as well, overtaking the world with popularity. You guys got to check it out if you haven't already. Numerous times. In fact, I'm sure you probably have it on pause right now. It's that popular. Nope. Sorry. You might have heard this. In fact, I'm going to make that paper sound. I just, thanks, Derek, just was handed a note, fresh off the press, of the Patreon. A question from the Kevaverse that's not related to the countdown, but is related to the number 64. And this is episode 64. From Linozone, it being episode 64, did you ever have or play a Nintendo 64? Well, let's see, let me ponder this. Yes, I did, spoiler alert, but do I have any Nintendo 64 memories? Not to date myself, because we don't do that in the acting circles, right? But I had to buy my own Nintendo 64. It was probably my second job. You have minimum wage jobs as like a teenager. And I remember for Christmas, I was playing Nintendo 64 somewhere. I played the games. You had to play Mario Kart, right? The first Mario Kart, Nintendo 64. But I remember asking my mom for Christmas. I was like, "Yeah, any gift ideas? I mean, Nintendo 64, And it was kind of toward the end where you might tell your parents what you might kind of want a jacket or whatever. You're kind of a teenager or whatever, but you didn't get like a huge list typically, right? But I remember saying that to her, and okay, boomer, they don't get it. Parents just don't understand. Too wide, Sage said. But she said, you're too old for our video game system. And she didn't get it. I mean, now we have people playing Call of Duty in their 40s, 50s. I mean, their whole lives. No one even judges it, And this was a little right before, around the time, PS2 had like the DVD player put in. It's, where you play. Now you're watching everything on it. It's kind of your streaming service that's through it a lot of times. Anyway, does everything now. But she had no idea. She never had an Atari even, probably now. Who did? Come on, we're not that old. But Nintendo 64, I had to buy my own. I bought it after Christmas. I was kind of pissed, but I was like, oh, no, I bought it. And but yeah, Mario Kart. My favorite game on Nintendo 64 was GoldenEye. That was so cool, and it was so. When you feel like you're like, I am the pulse. Come on, because GoldenEye was my favorite Bond film to this day. My favorite Bond film at the time for sure, and it got this huge game. And one of the greatest games of all time, definitely at the time for sure, if not still. GoldenEye. Yeah, Pause It had that cool ass music. The Bond theme remixed. You had Bond legends like Odd Job and stuff that you could be. It was just great. It was just amazing. And based off the best Bond film. It was my favorite one at the time. I remember, however, probably not long before that, because the game was probably newish. Well, the movie was probably new. The game adaptation was newish. So, I remember, speaking of Christmas time, holiday time for you guys. I remember telling my brother, I think he wanted, what do you want? And I was like, oh, Mission Impossible. Because Mission Impossible on VHS or was it DVD was newish, coming to home, whatever it was. And I was like, yeah, Mission Impossible. And right before Christmas, I saw my first Bond film in theaters, GoldenEye, and I loved it. Best Bond film. Pierce Brosnan, a perfect Bond. Come on, guys, right? You got Zinnia on the top. Come on, guys. Anyway, and then I started renting all the Bond films. So I was really into Bond, You knew of Bond, you saw bits, or, but yeah, boom, Everyone remembers their first Bond that they, watched. So then when Christmas came, I was like, oh, I really want GoldenEye. So he was kind of, so I took the movie back to where he bought it, and I got GoldenEye. Love the Mission Impossible, buddy. Love all the Mission Impossibles except for 2 of them. That could be another topic. Feel free to write in if you want me to talk about it on the show, or remind me to. But yeah, that's some N64 memories. A tirade, unrelated, right? Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed this holiday edition episode of that Cav 1 show. I gotta get dressed now. I see the time for a Christmas pause today. So, y'all celebrate wherever and however you are. I love you. You know this. And next week, hashtag no spoilers. If you know, you know. Anyway, we'll be joined by a multi-award-winning director and good vibes you just might need. And to play us out, he's ready? Yeah. And to play us out right now, guys, enjoy the newest next level sounds of Slim Man's newest single, debuting worldwide, here for you. Good night.
For the hustlers that be in them trenches. He move that white but maneuver like a ninja. Better keep that poor if you don't have gated fences. Pockets swollen like they allergic. Got my palms itching. Smoking on my back turned out. It was King Kong, nigga. Walk like Godzilla through your city. This for all my independent women. It don't matter if it's a 9 to 5 or you selling prescriptions. You gotta get up and you gotta go get it. The late bird get the last one and the early bird couldn't finish. Slow down. This for the hustle that's in them trenches. This for them steppers that's sending on business. Whatever you put in, that's what you getting. The late bird get the last one and the early bird couldn't finish. This for all my independent women. Niggas ain't real, I know some real mannequins. Carries away so long, I make so much shit in my back. King Kong couldn't damage it. Cuba links replace the bandages. Cover my scars with diamonds. Correcting my disadvantages. The late bird get the last one and the early bird couldn't finish. For the hustlers that be in them trenches. He move that white but maneuver like a ninja. Better keep that poor if you don't have gated fences. Pockets swollen like they allergic. Got my palms itching. Mommy on my back turned out. It was King Kong, nigga. Walk like Godzilla through your city. This for all my independent women. It don't matter if it's a 9 to 5 or you selling prescriptions. You gotta get up and you gotta go get it. The late bird get the last one and the early bird couldn't finish.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Early in the trap like I'm selling prescriptions. My palms, they be itching. Talk about money, I go get it. I took the fast away. Early bird, that shit hit different. All my niggas never switching. I be walking through the trap like Godzilla. When that money talk, you know K gon' talk back. I got young niggas, they tryna catch another hit. This for my hustlers that be in them trenches. You move that white, you move it like a ninja. And shout out all my independent women.
This for the hustlers that be in them trenches. He move that white but maneuver like a ninja. This for all my independent women. It don't matter if it's a 9 to 5 or you selling prescriptions. The late bird get the last one and the early bird.
This episode of that Cav 1 show is dedicated to Rob Reiner. That Cav 1 show is brought to you in part by T-Mobile, the Uncarrier. Rep the brand that is behind-the-scenes film talk, positive vibes, and discovering what the human condition is all about as nonstop creativity guides us on and on and on with that Kev One Show merchandise. Now for sale at thatkev1show.etsy.com. That Kev One Show, spelled of course that, K-E-V number 1 N, show. Hey, you're a fan. You want to rep it. You know how to spell it. So get it today and glow with us. This portion of that Kev 1 show is supported by Bohemian Dream Gifts, made with organic and natural oils that nourish and hydrate your skin. Man, I don't know if it's the weather outside or the gym that was killing my skin, because my right elbow on the, it itched like the Dickens, like I was becoming like the lizard from Marvel Comics. I think it's that machine where you put your elbow in and do the lifts, for the bicep. But I was itching my skin like crazy during, well, I won't say who because I don't want them associated with rough skin, with one of our guests here in the near future here. But my right elbow was getting ashy and coming up, getting red and irritated. Anyway, I used some of the promotional cookie dough body oil from Bohemian Dream Gifts that they gave us, and my skin, I'm not kidding, came back. I can vouch for that one. The cookie dough oil body oil, the cookie dough body oil brought my skin back to life like an Evanescence song. I'm not kidding. My skin is smooth and happy again. 100%. You can buy cookie dough oil on Etsy at the Bohemian Dream Gifts shop. Check out their other stuff as well, but that's one that I swear by now. And as soon as my promotional one runs out, I'm going to order some myself. So go to Etsy and visit the Bohemian Dream Gifts shop today. What's better than your favorite talk show? Well, maybe homemade delicious food, cold beer, or a drink of your choosing in a comfortable atmosphere. Well, look no further than the Boulevard Tap House for the world famous fish and chips, seafood, all around delicious menu with pizza, all kinds of food, wings, steak bites, anything you can imagine when you want to watch the big game or catch some live jazz if you pick the right night. Open 7 days a week. Go to boulevardtaphouse.com right now. I like to go to their Terwilliger Curve location. That's the home location for their not only their fish and chips, and they knew that they always used to give me Caesar chicken salad and wine. They kind of made jokes and made fun of me that. My favorite food there now might just be the brand new Mark Kevin. That's a margarita pizza named after me. Don't know if they do it because I'm Italian or what, but I had it, and it is delicious and, dare I say, nutritious. Anyway, friends, go on in, have a great time. When you're there, you truly are family. No cap. Enjoy the Boulevard Tap House today.